the SDCC 2024 exclusive I Was Once a Man Cobra Commander was revealed, and we discussed the heavily rumored Cobra Rattler HasLab right now on Toy Habits Live. And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat. Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm not Cobra Commander, I'm actually Michael.
Is that really Michael? Once as a man. How's it going, Michael? I'm the Toy Sorceress. How's it going?
Good. I am actually starting my time off tonight, so this is great. I'm going to be off for this Friday, all next week, and then also into the next week because there's nobody going to be back because my company shuts down the first week of July. So I'm super excited because I get to goof off.
Lucky you. I'm doing double duty, as you know.
Yeah.
Yes. So I have completely the opposite schedule that you do this coming week.
You're pulling, yeah, you're doing duty.
Absolutely.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have work to catch up on after the stream. Oh boy.
Civic duty.
Yeah, I know. It gets in the way of the day job too. We had a lot of really amazing news this week, and it's SDCC season, so we have so many things popping up like every day.
Yeah, especially today. I was not expecting Hasbro to just dump all of their SDCC exclusives all in one shot. So yeah, it was like that was really cool to see.
Yeah, that was really cool to see. And to be honest with you, I have not caught up on all of them whatsoever. As you know, I was indisposed most of the day. So
that's all right.
You know, some of the stuff I'm going to be looking at with fresh eyes tonight, which is going to be cool. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible, and I'm so glad that we have quite a different SDCC exclusive for G.I. Joe than I thought was going to be. And we'll get into that.
Yes, we will.
But before we do, let's go ahead and check in and see who's here in the chat. Why don't we? Let's dive in. We got crew member Dolaraxian here. Shannon Kalhoff is here. Kevin Florence is joining us. We got Stanley's Toy Channels. We got James Oliver. We got crew member Lord Hoagie. Crew member Joshua Robbins. Crew member Frankie Rivera is also here. Let's go. It's freaking happy Thursday. I'll fill that in for you, Frankie. We got crew member Clint Jurgensen also joining us. Crew member Rob 2023. Crew member Ryan Cole is also here. We also have Carnage 717 joining us. We got Jace Traver. We have the one and only Baroness of Toys, crew member and awesome friend of the channel. How's it going, Baroness? Good to see you. We got Dividends joining us. Ian 2800. Bill Lionaire is here. Let's see. Oh, good friend of yours, Toy Hunters Hollow, and you're gonna have a great time tomorrow.
Yes. This is why the stream is tonight, because we're having them over for dinner.
I don't know what you guys are eating, but I'm just saying. And we also got Rachel Salinas joining us as well. And last but not least, Turtles Toy Box popped in at the last moment. So good to see everybody in the chat. Let's say hello to the crew before we dive into the news.
Hello, Toy Habits crew. Good to see you all in the chat. And let's also welcome Berkey Allen. She was a new member that signed up during the last stream. So yes, it's a great community, great support. And we love just talking about this stuff with everyone because there's so many things to keep up with, and we don't even keep up with everything, but it's fun to talk about everything with our crew. So amazing. Yes, but yeah, some really cool news dropped this morning that I wasn't expecting. I want to first give a shout out to he is a digital render person on Instagram that I follow. His name is Ronan 8180, and he had put out this Once a Man Cobra Commander digital render pretty soon after Emily dropped it during WonderCon during that panel. And I just wanted to show a side by side of like his digital render was pretty much spot on, you know, with a few differences to the original thing that Hasbro revealed today. So good job.
A little
That
better.
was amazing.
A little better. The one from Hasbro is great, but Ronan did it best.
Yeah, it's like who wore it best, right? Ronan did.
Exactly. I don't know. It's something about like the extra tattered outfit or something that he has left on him that Ronan did, and it looks like there's less of it of his outfit or jacket or whatever on the one from Hasbro that I really like, and I really like Ronan has like half of sleeve, like the leg is ripped and you can see the snake foot where Hasbro left him with both human, like a whole human lower body.
Yeah.
Kind of a slightly little bit of a cop out there. Like they just stopped at the waist and didn't keep going down.
Yeah. You know,
it's still cool, but I mean, you can see what it could be.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're actually going to kick off the stream with this because this was actually pretty big news, because I think a lot of people were expecting a different type of San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So you were alluding to that earlier, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so what we thought was going to be the SDCC exclusive was going to be the what's it called? What's his face? The Immortal. I'm so
Nemesis
tired right now,
Immortal,
Michael. Please fill me in.
AKA Nemesis Enforcer.
Immortal. Yes, I am. The Nemesis Enforcer, Nemesis Immortal. Sorry, guys. My brain is like totally fried. I've had such a long day. I wasn't a huge fan of that figure as a reveal. I'm not like a big Cobra Law fan anyway. It's just a little bit too creature-y weird for me for G.I. Joe. So it's not like one of my favorite genres. So when I saw the Cobra Immortal figure, I was just like, nah. And I'm like, okay, well, at least I don't have to fight and battle for an SDCC exclusive I'm not super excited about. But then they go and do this. And now I gotta have to battle out to get Once a Man Cobra Commander.
Yeah, so you dig this one, not the Cobra la 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 la.
Yeah, the Cobra la la la. I only dig when Mega J says that, but the characters themselves, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah,
No,
it really.
Like Mega J.
How does Mega J say it?
I don't know. He can elaborate. He's like Cobra la 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 la. I can't even get close to Mega J's.
That's awesome.
Elaboration, but he does it good.
Awesome, totally. So many pictures were revealed for this one. I'm gonna switch to a different window and just kind of share the screenshots that were taken, and oh my gosh, so many good pictures. So here is the figure with all of its accessories and yes, Cobra la 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 la.
Before we dive into all those details, can I give a huge shout out to our friend Ken over at Toy Connections, who had an incredible time over at Joe Fest. Ken brought me back some stuff as well. And Ken, as soon as I get that, I will share it with everybody. So thank you, Ken, for bringing that. I can't say across the pond because it's just going over the border, but back over to your side of the continent. And Ken, I loved your video. If you haven't checked out Ken's video on Joe Fest 2024, watch it. It's heartwarming to see all of those awesome toy tubers hanging out. He was there with Mega J Retro. He was there with John from Emerald Knight Photos, a whole bunch of people. They had a great booth on Delta 17. And this is a perfect segue into more G.I. Joe Cobra Commander talk. So let's go into it.
Yeah, this is such a good way to wrap up Yojo June too. But look who just slipped into the chat. It is our longtime friend Silver K, who has one half of Geek the F Out. smack that like, y'all. I texted her today because Geek the F Out is doing like recaps of all of the lost episodes of the television series, and that's like one of my favorite television series. I'm like, yay. So that
That's
was
so
cool.
I gotta hear that version, Clint, of the Fugees that do that. Good to see you, Silver K. She slid right in there. Okay,
Yeah.
we won't elaborate on that.
Such a cool exclusive. And again, this is not going to appeal to everybody. This is why they do exclusives. This is not a mainline figure. And so it's funny because we should have seen something like this coming, because they just worked on the retro card back Cobra Commander. So they had all these parts, right?
Yeah.
And so we should have figured that this would be coming.
Yeah. We should have. And it's funny because I gave them flack for only doing the upper torso of Cobra Commander, which looks incredible. But they had to tool this whole like accessory snake dude, right? So that's a big deal because it looks like it's got little like little articulated arms, kind of like one of those little Jurassic Park with those little dinosaurs. Yeah. But it looks really cool. And you could imagine, the scene where Cobra Commander is transforming and then turns into that, small snake being with like little arms on him. I think it's great. Yeah. And they did a really great job at the head sculpt because it does look like when he was in mid transformation. Right.
Yeah, with all of the eyes everywhere. Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
His mouth kind of looks like a zipper. It's funny. I just noticed this. He does have fangs that are kind of protruding from his from his lower jaw.
Oh yeah, let's zoom in on it. I haven't even had time to investigate and look at this figure closely today.
Yeah, it's like right here. This is, I think, as far as I can go without it being like super pixelated, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see like if they actually color those or if they're colored anywhere else. But such a cool head sculpt. Yeah, I haven't really taken like a super detailed look at these, but oh my gosh, the little mutant snake is freaky.
That he's got his little dangly arms. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that's he looks like a cross between what you would see in like Alien and like a reptile. So I know that you're never going to watch those movies, but they are good. So if you ever get over your fear of Alien, then
I only got to see Paul Reiser in person, and I'm not going to see him in the Alien movies.
Paul Reiser and Howie, come on.
And I was like, why is he still Alien comic books? I didn't even put the two and two together. It was hilarious.
Yeah, Toy Sorceress, his dangly what now?
His little dangly arms.
Yes. The box art is amazing for this one. This is probably the most like illustrated and detailed box art that we haven't seen in a we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
And speaking of Cobra Law,
incredibly detailed.
Your favorite.
There's some really talented. Yeah, I know. Right?
They do. Right. Yeah. Globulus is teased in the background there too. So the Cobra Law is coming. Nemesis Enforcer is the first one. So it's funny. The Texas Toy Addict put out a little news brief today on his YouTube channel, and he was saying like, oh, maybe Globulus will be a PulseCon exclusive. So if you haven't checked out the Texas Toy Addicts channel, go check him out.
Absolutely. That definitely check it out. That's a fun bit of news. Again, it's funny. I'm so far into the G.I. Joe line at this point, like cherry picking what I get, just because sheer real estate of the figures I already own is getting finite. And so it's fine. Like if they release some things that maybe I'm not so into as much, or some things that are pretty cool, it's actually a relief to be able to cherry pick the line and just now get the pieces I want and feel like obligated
it's
to have
freeing
to pick stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Turtles
is it
Toy Box. Turtles Toy Box makes a cool comment. You can use the little mutant Cobra Commander in your snake lair from Motu. That's a good idea.
Ah, that's a great idea.
And no, Lone Dragon, we're not talking about
that.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, Jessica Fletcher was cute. If they revealed like a Hercule Poirot and Jessica Fletcher 2-pack, maybe. But no, not Jessica Fletcher. But box art is cool. Does this mean we're getting like our 16th roadblock or something? But maybe not. They used version 1 in the promo pic, so maybe not. Hopefully not.
So. Yeah, hopefully not. And that's one I don't have.
Please, so not another roadblock. Please not. Very cool art on the other side. It's kind of the more of the mutation form. But yeah, it's basically just switching out the face shield with the snake transformation. So interesting choice. Mm-hmm. And lovely box art.
Would you have liked them to do with a transformed hand also? Because he's got 2 human hands as well.
Yeah. Yeah, or just like, I mean, I'm not a fan of just like repeating art. Yeah. On the back of the box as well. So yeah, I mean, in addition to wanting a different like type of hand, but maybe it's just kind of showing that transformation. But I would actually would love them to do some other illustrations around here instead of just kind of putting in the same ones and then just kind of switching out Cobra Commander on the back.
Yeah, exactly. But it's okay. All the more reason, to toss the box.
Yes. Ooh, I would have loved a Father Dowling 2-pack. So yeah, good one, Lone Dragon. He's very excited about the Jessica Fletcher 2-pack. But it looks like it's book style. So reveals that's really cool. All of the accessories and a cracked face shield, which is cool, of Cobra Commander.
Yeah. That is very cool. And it looks like it has some Velcro there to like close the little flap, and then it just goes right on top of the window.
Yeah. I love when they do this. Did they mix like the actual toy with some of the illustration in here? Because that looks really cool.
They could have. Yeah, I mean, because you can see kind of articulation lines.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It looks like the retro carded Cobra Commander is just stuck in some snake goo or whatever the heck that is. What is it?
Yeah. If it was green, I would have said mutant ooze, but that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. Sci-fi Tsunami. I'm not a fan of presidential debates, and I don't really care about presidential debates. So I don't really care. Anyway. And I guess neither do the people who are watching, and actually neither do you because you're commenting. So anyway,
I'm actually taping it, so I'll be watching it after.
Oh, you're gonna have a great time. My dad said it's gonna be amusing, so maybe it'll be funny. But
hopefully.
Super cool box, and man, the figure looks amazing. Like there's so many ways that you could display this figure. I'm not going to say endless, but you have your choice.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to definitely be a very cool piece for your collection and your shelf. So.
Let's see. What else? Yeah, interesting. Like, I guess out of the ways that they've shot him here, what are you gravitating more towards? Like mid transformation, full transformation.
That view right there, yeah, his full transformation. Because, I think because that really like captures how he was like in the cartoon. When you think about once a man Cobra Commander, it's got to have the snake head on it.
So, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, because really, it was early in the morning, and I'd just seen this picture, and I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, we have an image of Cobra Commander."
And then I was saying, "Oh, it's a bummer they didn't give the transformed snake head." Remember, I was telling you this morning. That was before we got like all the additional images.
Yes.
Because I was like, "Oh, okay, he's got his chrome dome on," and
Yeah, I love these
Yeah.
Dio shots. They did such a good job. And man, Cobra Commander must be really cold because they set him in a snowy mountain. It's like, good lord, he
Oh my
doesn't
God,
really
I
have
know, like
a
all
lot of
bare
clothes on.
chested out there. But I don't know as much about snakes. Are they like warm-blooded animals that you can just be out in the snow like that?
No, reptiles are cold-blooded. Oh, I guess, yeah, I guess so they could
Well,
be. I guess they would be fine out in the snow then, so.
oh, then maybe that's yeah, the opposite. Then they're fine. If they're cold-blooded, they're okay in the cold weather. I don't
I'm
know which way that.
any
Yeah.
biologist
I'm like
out.
the last person, but exactly. But it's pretty funny anyway, as
Yeah.
a thought.
I want to say what's up to Hal Jordan. I love when he just says what's up toy holes in any way that he wants. So feel free to do that every single time. Love it.
Every time I see Hal Jordan's comments, I think of the Super Amigos Riddler in our whole
Right.
conversation.
Stanley's Toy Channel reminds everybody that Cobra Law was in the Arctic. All right, so that is why he is set
Okay,
in the snowy
that's true.
mountains.
That is true. That's great that they tied that lore together.
Yes.
So
Yes. For people like me who don't remember, thank you. Chat. That's awesome.
exactly.
But yeah, love all the snake detail and scale that they did. Could you see this as a Masters of the Universe figure? I don't know.
Totally. It's like one of the Snake Men.
I know, right? So funny.
If he had like, more of the beefy buck or whatever, but yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, they did a good job with all of the just different texturing. I guess they could have done like one texture throughout his whole body, but it's really layered here.
Yeah. Oh, it looks really cool. I think they did an amazing job on it.
Yeah,
There's a lot of texture, a lot of like paint apps. That was like a funny scene right there, seeing the little tiny arms wrapping around Roadblock. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
And then,
can't even.
like the snake head, he looks like he's kind of laughing.
Yeah. Poor Roadblock, got to carry this beast on his back, but they're doing it good. They're kind of killing it with the creatures, with like the monkey and the boar from Nagahide. This little guy. We're gonna have like a cute little zoo, like for your display too.
I know. Speaking of Nagahide, and I'll ask you what you're gonna do. Mine's sitting in my pile of loot. I have a bunch of stuff in my pile of loot for BBTS, but of course that one was the regular full price. And we ordered it when Walmart made their little snafu on the price tag. It's not Walmart shows like a month for now of a release date, but I'm afraid they're just gonna go up and cancel my order. So I don't know what to do. Do I ship Nagahide or not? And I don't know if anyone else is in that boat. But I've been struggling with it for a couple days. It's been sitting in there.
I mean, it depends on if you're like dying to get the figure in your collection and put them up, then I would say ship it. If you can, if you don't want to save the extra money. But like, there's some things where I'm like, I really don't need this, so it's gonna sit in my pile of loot for a while.
Yeah, because I have some other cool stuff like my Cringer and He-Man that's been sitting in my pile of loot for like weeks, but I kept getting little things saying like, "Oh, this is about to process soon," so I've been waiting. That's the thing I really want to get shipped over to me.
Okay. Well, you do it then. You do it.
I should.
Yeah, this little guy is creepy. Again, like with the eyes and just the mouth, and yeah, I think they just did a good job. They have a couple pictures of. Looks like he's like saying like "hang loose" or something.
He's just the little dangly like hands. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I guess looking at how he's wrapping around Roadblock, it looks like he has a wire inside of his plastic, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or at least he's flexible enough to get around him.
That is really cool. I love that. It
Yeah.
is like so awesome that they did that with him.
I absolutely love this shot because this is what I would do. I would have this exact feeling if this happened to me. I would be like, "Wow!"
No.
Exactly. I'm not going to do the Cobra Commander voice because practicing it got my voice a little like itchy, and like doing that in the intro, I'm like, I'm not going to do that again.
Oh man.
Lots of
It's
cool Dio
hilarious.
shots. It's so funny. I like this blends in with the background so much. I didn't realize that his face shield was
Yeah.
in the picture too. That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's the other view where it's like broken. You know, it's very cool.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Very cool.
So cool that we get to see the inside of the mask. I thought Ronan did it better, but this
Yeah.
is what we get to see. They could have made it a little more detailed, I guess, because it's pretty much just a black casted piece with some detail and some red eyes, or
Yeah.
I guess red eyes that he can look through. But it's cool nonetheless. Like,
but we gotta remember that it is mass retail, or
Yeah.
you know, it'll be limited mass retail, but it's not like the custom rendered version that Ronan did. So.
Oh my god, you could like substitute anything for this. Khan! Or what is this, Frankie? Is this the no from Darth Vader when he walks off like Frankenstein and is like, no? After he realized
he doesn't really say about Luke, I'm your father. No.
Oh right, that's impossible. I was actually watching that today. That's impossible. Anyways, a cool set nonetheless. And I wanted to actually, let me switch to another. Is there anyone in the chat that's going to SDCC?
I like this. I like how Jordan's. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, totally.
Alvin!
Oh my gosh, I love the chipmunks.
So do I.
Yes, I loved your. Okay, let me get this other.
I still have my childhood Alvin that I carried around with me everywhere. My pleasure.
All right,
he's on my special.
So if anyone is going to SDCC, this is the first time that Hasbro is offering their exclusives directly, selling it at the con. And so rather than offering a pre-order and shipping them later, you can't just walk into the booth and get it. So starting July 8th, if you are a Comic-Con attendee, you'll have to register in the Comic-Con exclusives portal, and then you can check out from there. So I thought that was cool. It's funny, when I read this, I was like, oh crap, I'm like, did we miss something? And I'm like, oh wait, the next paragraph says it opens on July 8th. I was like, okay, phew.
Okay, I haven't even gotten to read that. I know you sent it to me this morning. I haven't looked at it, so
yeah, so we have to put July 8th. Yeah, we have to put July 8th on our calendar so we can remember to do that, because I'm sure that the time slots are going to be.
It was amazing that we remembered to buy our SDCC tickets. We didn't get our press badges in time, but we're going to have to remember to register for this.
It's baby steps,
just like slide by and like, yeah.
It's baby steps. So, so cool. Let's see.
Next year it'll run smoothly.
Oh, Michael Flores, I'll be going. Can you get me into the Hasbro press event? No, we can't even get ourselves in there. So no, we can't.
Like I said, we like missed the deadline to register for our press badges. So
yeah, what happens when you have day jobs? You don't think about
it. We both were like, wait a minute, why is this in January? The con's not till July or whatever. That's how come we missed it.
But thy badge is here, so I have to remember to take that with you, and actually remember to box up all your stuff that I'm bringing down to you too. So.
Yes, I have my own pile of loot sitting at Michael's house. So I have a pile of loot for you too.
Oh, thanks. I know. I gotta.
I'm getting a pile of loot from Ken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm most excited about?
What?
Ken got me from it's a very small company called Lone Wolf Toys, and they did a 3 3/4 inch custom Mr. T action figure and O-ring on a custom card. Yes, he was a lot more expensive than I thought he was going to be, and that's okay. And it's funny because it was carded, and I was like, well, I guess it'll look nice on display with the rest of my Mr. T figures. And then a few days after Ken gets back, he wrote me like, oh, the bubble didn't quite make it through the plane trip. The glue kind of started to undo from the bubble. He goes, you're going to open it, right? I'm like, well, I guess I am now. But it's okay because I really wanted to see the actual figure. Now I won't feel guilty about sliding him out of the bubble because the bubble undid itself. So it was nature, right? So then that's okay.
It was meant to
yeah.
be.
So now I'll get to actually enjoy the figure. So it's all good. And thank you, Ken, for finding that for me because
awesome.
that was an exclusive for Joe Fest that I was very excited about.
Oh, that's very cool. Yojo OC will be SDCC on Thursday. Yes, please come find us. So I will be wearing actually a shirt that looks like this. So we should be easy to find because we are going to be. We're pretty much going to be in the what in the Motu and basically going back and forth between the Motu and GI Joe booths for a while. Sure. But there's a lot.
I think we're just gonna wear a hole in the carpet back and forth. Yep.
Awesome. All right, let's all right, some other new stuff that happened today because it was actually hard to kind of keep up with everything, but you found some really cool turtle stuff that dropped today.
I absolutely did. And I'm just trying to remember the name of the amazing person that shared it. I do have it on the post there. But we had the images, in-hand images of the packages. Yes, that's the one. In-hand images of the TMNT packages for the new remastered Classic Turtles, which is super cool to see those in. And then we got official images of the figures that came out a couple hours later. Now, if you saw anybody with the sketch turtles in hand, I think Jay from Geeked Out of Life got, the ones kind of with the little triangular feet, and they look sort of the artsy looking turtles. They're in similar boxes like this. And the reason that these are not in blister cards and they're packed in a box is because if you remember when we saw the prototype for these, they all came on the really cool Dio kind of brick motif rooftop stands that click together to create one scene. So the turtles do have those stands packaged with them in the boxes. And when we first saw these images, I was like, what the heck's in the box with them? And it's because they have little rooftop diorama pieces with them. So they're really cool. I mean, they have got their kind of classic accessories. They're decoed much nicer because they're silver with accents of each of the corresponding turtles with their bandana accent colors for the hand grips. So they have some pretty cool additional accessories. Then they all come with that little brick motif stand, and then those additional pieces. So you can see there, Leo has a little skylight that comes with them, and then Ralph has a little chimney piece that you can put on his Dio shot. So then when you put them all together, it looks like they're standing on a rooftop.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Which is really cool. Now,
can you address
there's something that... go ahead.
Can you address the bumpy skin? Because there's some folks in the chat that are like, why did they put...
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to do. As you put that comment on the screen, that was my next sentence. Now, I know a lot of people were concerned about the texture on the turtle skin. I think these final official images look a little better, and I'm using air quotes. They're a little better than the prototypes. They're not as shiny looking, so the texture doesn't look as apparent or it doesn't stand out as much. So it blends in a little bit more with the turtle, and I think it looks slightly more natural because now you can see they've got more of a matte finish to them. So it's not that bad. It's not so glaring anymore. But the skin texture is there. It's just not as not as standout-ish as it was before. So
yeah, Yojo OC is out. We can hear his hot take live at SDCC. The Lone Dragon ribbed for her pleasure. All right. We got a little spicy on this Thursday. That's cool. Yeah, here are the other turtles and what they what is it? A vent and an air conditioner.
And so you'll notice. Yeah, I went to the air conditioner. Woohoo! But so you get to learn about HVAC equipment. But you can see there that Mikey on his nunchuck, they're actual chains that they're connected with, which is really cool.
That's cool.
So you don't have to worry
awesome.
about them breaking. And then it's weird because then Donnie has his bow staff, but then he's got like a bow with a chained mace, and those are just plastic molded chains. So that was kind of a little bit of a like lame. You know, one guy got real chains, and then Donnie did.
Yeah, I guess you could like, I guess they'll stay in some pose instead of just always be dangling down. So I guess it's a trade-off.
Yeah, so they look like they're doing something, which is fine.
Exactly.
It's not terrible. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
not
what do you think of the skin texture now that you're seeing these final images? And then you'll see the package shots when you.
It doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
so,
it doesn't look too bad, right?
No, it doesn't look. I mean, you have to also realize too that there's a lot of lighting on these production shots too, so it's kind of accentuates it a heck of a lot more. But looking at the package shots, you can definitely see them a little toned down and then blend in a little better with the figures.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did address it in my comments there on the article. But I think they look great. And the other thing is these are Walmart exclusive, but we have Walmart CollectorCon coming July 24th, I think it is. So it could be one of two things. A, they'll be super easy to get and they'll be plentiful and easy to order because they're online. And this isn't a perfect world, right? And then we won't have to worry about running around to the store to get it. Or it could be the complete opposite, and bots can buy the heck out of these in the first 5 seconds, and then nobody gets them. So I think it'll be one of two scenarios.
Yeah, Walmart cancel con, Walmart bot con, whatever. Oh wait, that was a Transformers con called BotCon. Wait, so
exactly.
Yeah,
and it's funny because these new figures have that 40 years of TMNT logo on them. You see the little 40 sticker. So that sticker has been showing up actually on one of the reissue of the original Playmates figures that you see hanging like at Target and Walmart. I saw them like on the latest wave that has like Ray Fillet and Mondo Gecko and those guys.
Oh, you're right.
So I think this is now like their theme. Even on some of the other ones, they've re-released like Shredder and Splinter and some of the earlier reissue figures back to store shelves with those stickers on them.
Yeah, that's cool. Neil Hunter Hyde is
it looks like the Baroness agreed. Sorry.
That's okay. Yes, the Walmart has 2 collector cons a year, so we have to look forward to one in July. They usually coincide one with Comic-Con that same week. So we should see a bunch of other cool figures that are coming out that you'll never get.
All cons become at the end.
That is true.
That's absolutely true. That is totally true. And the Baroness says that she thinks that they came out better than she thought. I mean, me too. Like I said, they toned down the shininess on the figures, and I think that really helped tone down the texture.
Yeah, and she is also excited for the toilet taxi and the pizza thrower, which is actually a great segue into the next topic.
Absolutely, and actually, I want to grab something real quick for visual.
And she's out. It's so funny because the Toy Sorceress texted me a picture of the toilet taxi, and like I don't know a lot of the TMNT vehicles, and I was like, a toilet taxi, like that's perfect. It was so freaking hilarious. The fastest flusher to fight the foot. I love it. And of course, what does she go and get?
I went and grabbed my vintage toilet taxi. I'm trying to take make my day Mikey or Leo, sorry, off of here, but you can see it's an actual toilet seat. It's hilarious. It says flush the foot, a little flag on there. And when you roll it, the little plungers go back and forth, which is freaking hilarious. And then it has a shower head on the top, and like a little soap dish right over here, and then shower knobs. This thing is hilarious. This is the vintage version, but they're reissuing this, Oh, and it's got a sink right here where the steering wheel is with little faucets on it as well. So it is too funny. But the toilet seat is like the kicker. I mean, toilet taxi. They're not kidding when they said that. I think you're muted, Michael. Yeah, you're muted.
I think I'm gonna have to get one of these because in grad school, one of my friends and I, we would start making up like Pokemon characters. This was like in the late 90s, and we would like draw a toilet with like arms coming out of it, and it'd be like Toiletmon or something like that. So I think I might have to get.
Well, you know, there's a toilet monster for the Ghostbusters, right? Have you seen that?
Oh yeah. Yes. Okay.
Oh my God.
Maybe I'll have to start a toilet.
It's right.
A toilet shelf. It's okay. You don't have to grab it. Yeah, it's so funny. I wish I still had those drawings that we did because they were kind of funny.
So here's a toilet seat. And when you roll them, oh guy like pops out. Hold on.
Yes.
He's a toilet monster.
Oh my gosh. So I think I'm gonna have to start a shelf of just like toilet themed toys. Like that's just gonna be it.
Toys. I mean, this thing it works better when you're on a solid surface, but yeah, that's something you don't want to pop out of the toilet when you go to relieve yourself.
Yeah.
It is called the fearsome flush.
I love the marketing on this stuff, the fearsome flush. Like who the hell thinks of this stuff? It's so cool. What's the did we see the price on these? Yes, she is always on point. What are the prices?
No, we have not yet.
Okay. Did you see one in Target?
Actually there is a photograph. There is a photograph of the toilet taxi at Target, and I think it was like $24.99 if I'm not mistaken.
You're right.
$24.99. I couldn't make out the DCPI number because I was searching for the listing on Target's website. Couldn't find it. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of the UPC code on there, but we are trying to search it. So somebody Jay and I don't have it in front of me. Does it say Jay Benson? Can you read the name of underneath the picture?
Oh, Jay Barron.
Who posted that? Jay Barron. Sorry. I'm just doing this by memory, and it's been a long day. So Jay Barron was the one that posted these photos and actually found the toilet taxi at a Target in California. So it's out there. It's in the store already. We just haven't found it online. But it's really cool that Playmates is reissuing these things with basically the original box art. And so I included the vintage ones down below so that you could compare and see what they used to look like. They're right there. Oh, yeah. And they nailed it with the box art, especially with the pizza thrower. Now, if anyone doesn't know, the pizza thrower is really cool because it comes with like a stack of pies, and then you put in that little cylinder in the top, and it flings them out really neatly. Like it's awesome. So it has a little seat there for one of the turtles. But I love the box art on it because it's got Bebop and Shredder on the box, and they just look really cool. So the new box art looks pretty much just like the vintage one. If you scroll up, you'll see the new box art on there.
That's cool.
And it's Clint, like I want to get it just to have that amazing box.
Yeah, Clint, this is totally false. We get nothing first. Rarely get anything.
No, we
get screwed.
we don't get anything.
Well, you convinced Yojo OC, which I'm thinking is the OC is probably Orange County. So buying that Ghostbusters toilet. Yeah, I think I'm starting.
It absolutely is. And I'm playing with the toilet, but he rolls much better on a flat surface, so it's hilarious. And he sticks his little tongue out at you.
Joe is late for Toy Habits time, but Joe, it's toilet time. You snuck in right in toilet time.
It's toilet time.
Toilet time.
We switched gears, Joe. It's hilarious. But if you scroll back up on the top of the article there, what I wanted to showcase was the box art for the pizza thrower. So it's up higher right there. It looks incredible. It's like, I don't know if they've remastered the original box art or just, re-illustrated it, but it looks really brilliant. It's like bright. Bebop looks incredible on there. So does Shredder. Like they did an amazing job. I just love it because it looks so classic. Like the illustration looks great. If you loved Motu for their amazing box art, we got to remember that TMNT had really cool box art too. It was more 90s ish, like late 80s, 90s, and themed, but it was incredible. And like this picture right here just shows how fun the boxes could be.
Yeah, I love this because I didn't see any of this. I know, right? I didn't see any of this as a kid because I wasn't really like into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I think it was kind of out of like playing with toys. And so like this is fun for me to like, one, that they're releasing these, and two, to just to see the updated box art, which is neat.
Yeah, and I mean it's just like on the same vein as what the incredible box art, which you uncovered that video, the unboxing video of the Technodrome.
Oh yeah,
that was amazing awesome. Box art on that. I mean, that is really cool. And if you haven't checked it out, check out the article on toyhabits.com. Michael did an incredible job at this unboxing video that he unearthed. And we got the heads up by Bethany, one of our affiliates from EE. Yeah. It is incredible. Like they did an amazing job doing an unboxing of that.
Yes, yeah, the video is cool. Yeah, it should get you super psyched, and I hope this would come back in stock, so people can order it. But
yes, I know. I'm sure it will. Yeah,
that's so neat.
I mean, it was around for a while for people to order. I want that as crazy contraption.
Totally.
God, these little
oh my gosh,
hilarious.
Clint, totally. Yeah, G.I. Joe should re-release their original vehicles from the O-Ring days. I think that responsibility is going to fall on Super 7 and not Hasbro, because I think Hasbro has handed the entire O-Ring license over to them, and they're like, let's focus on classified.
Oh my God.
Which, if you're ready
to... O-Ring, I did download what I was just going to share real quick. I did download the picture of that Mr. T figure that I'm like really excited about. If I can share it for a second.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. While we transition into the next subject. And I thought I
need transition.
Here it goes. I know.
Not Jeopardy.
I'm so sorry. No, it's like I open my big mouth and my computer's just like, I know, slow for a second. Why is it spinning on me? But let's admire. Oh, here it goes. Okay, let's admire that beautiful box art again.
TMNT Flush-O-Matic was fun. Yeah, I didn't play with any of this stuff, so. But it's true, Nuno Biz. Yeah, we do need some villain vehicles, right? To we can't always have Shredder and Bebop running from all this stuff. They need to be piloting some of these things.
Oh man, I thought I picked the right window here. I'm so sorry, guys. Here it is. I'm clicking on it. Come on, StreamYard. Why are you being a pain? All right, I give up. For some reason, it's not letting me select my screen, and you guys can't see it. Nope. All right, we'll share it in a second. All right, it's spinning. There it is. Here it is. So that is the really awesome Mr. T by Lone Wolf Toys, and this was a Joe Fest 2024 exclusive. You can see the little logo there. It's got an awesome photo portrait of Mr. T, and yes, that is Ken's hand holding it in the photo. But look how neat this O-Ring figure is. I mean, it looks so good. Right?
I like the shoe.
They did an amazing job with all of his.
I like the shoe.
Oh yeah, and of course he's got the old school 80s socks on.
Tube socks.
Woohoo! Looks really awesome. So again, thank you, Ken, for bringing that back to me. Yeah, so that was pretty awesome. All right, so let's transition on to our next topic.
Yeah, I think it's time to address the main part of the stream.
So that was a
Cobra
good
Rattler.
segue, right? Now we're talking
Yeah,
GI Joe again.
exactly. So when so this rumor has been flying around for God knows how long. And so we figured, okay, let's wrap up Yojo June and talk about it. So there is a rumor going around that the next HasLab that's going to be revealed at SDCC is in fact a classified scaled
Yep.
Rattler. But when I posted this, got a lot of comments around like, oh, do you think they'll do a smaller scale to go along with Sky Striker? What are your thoughts on that, Toy Sorceress?
Do I think they're going to do it? Probably not. Would I love them to do it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was always my dream after the Sky Striker came out, and they did such a gorgeous job with the box art, with all included accessories, with the amazing pack out of carded figures that I bought an extra one just to keep the set closed. I was always hoping that they were going to do the Cobra Rattler set in the same manner. I highly doubt it now that they're moving away from O-Ring and they gave the license to Super 7. So most likely we're going to see this in a classified scale. But that's okay. I mean, I'm not disappointed. I would absolutely love one, but I think it's going to be cool nonetheless. And what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I shared the same thing. Like, I think knowing that Hasbro has kind of abandoned the O-Ring line, and it's funny because when they introduced the HasLab Sky Striker, they were like, this is they were launching the O-Ring line basically with the Sky Striker. They did some of the like carded figures, and I was like, oh cool, they're kind of redoing the line. But as time went on, there was much less of that. They released a 3 3/4 inch Cobra Stinger at some point, and a lot of the stuff has just gone to the wayside. And I think what our hopes would be is that when Super 7 picked up the license, they not only will be doing the O-Ring figures, but hopefully they'll also be doing vehicles too. I was in the Super 7 store, and one of the employees was talking about GI Joe vehicles coming to the Reaction line, but this is before the announcement of O-Ring. But the O-Ring line is called Reaction still, and so he said, get ready for land and air vehicles. So that screams to me probably they're going to be doing more maybe cartoony Sky Striker or cartoony Rattler, kind of like Super 7 would do, right?
Absolutely. It's all going to be Sumbo inspired stuff or comic book inspired. And Reaction Plus, because they're more highly articulated, right? So that's the new moniker. They're Reaction Plus figures, which I can't wait to see what they're going to come up with. I know Super 7 has a knack for really capturing the obscure, the deep cut, the we're total into this cartoon type things for their figures and for their accessories and for their vehicles. So I know they're going to do it right. They always come up with like the most unique things that you can think of. I mean, just in the Reaction line itself, having that like Snake Eyes with the dog sled set was really cool, and the Pyramid of Darkness set as well. So those are like real key moments in the cartoon line, and I have no doubt that they're going to dive into the vehicles and give us the same things that we've never gotten before. I can see, they tried to do it with the large mothership, but I'm sure they'll do it with small scale vehicles that we really haven't gotten, or kind of Sumbo-ized things that we're used to having already. So I'm really excited, and seeing what we saw as far as those prototypes of the O-Ring figures thus far just makes me super excited for the line.
Yeah.
How about
oh my
you?
gosh, me too. Oh my gosh, I'm totally excited because, well, now that I guess that comic Kickstarter had come out and it's funded, like getting to see like the first whatever the 300 release of the comics and Super 7 doing the like O-Ring figures based on some of the comics will give more context to those figures. So I'm super excited. But yeah, I wanted to oh, it went away. Yeah, Hal Jordan made a comment about the shark. Artist Shark is back. So he, oh wait, his channel is actually, oh, I guess he made a backup channel because this channel is going to be going
Yeah.
away soon. But yeah, if you
Yeah.
want to look for the Artist Shark, he made his first video about the once banned Cobra Commander. So yeah, go
Yeah, and I
check him
think
out.
his new channel is called Shark News, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Yeah,
think so. So that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm
And those O-ring figures are actually going to cost $20 each, except for
yeah,
the mirrored Crimson Twin 2-pack.
yes,
But yeah, they won't be 25 enough. They're supposed to be 20. That's what Super 7 told us. We
yes,
yet to see it, but that's what he
yeah.
told us.
Um, I think the Rattler is actually a good size for a classified series vehicle because it's not as huge as like a Night Raven. It's not as big as a Sky Striker. The
Mhm,
A10, which was modeled after this, is a very compact one-seater
mhm.
plane. And so it's not going to be like super huge. I feel like the Dragonfly is probably
That's
going to
good.
dwarf this thing.
No, I mean, I would be super happy if it wasn't too big because as we're all growing in these lines, we're running out of room. We're collecting so many new figures, and there's only a limited amount of space for large scale vehicles. So if they make them more
Yeah,
moderately sized so we still get something cool, I think it's going to be a relief for collectors that they don't have to make space for something that's so unwieldy. So this is,
yeah.
something of that scale would be great.
Yeah, and Renegade Biker 24 makes a great comment. So this is actually a 3D printed version of the
Mhm.
S3D toys from that STL file. So yeah, if you have a 3D
Yeah.
printer and you have the means, you can create this now. You can even create a Night Raven, which would be gargantuan. Uh, but
Mhm.
I was looking at just so this person also posted a picture of the Cobra Hiss tank next to the kind of 3D printed Rattler, and there are two classified series
Mhm.
scale figures in here. So it's if this is like this
Yeah.
size, it's not going to be that huge.
Well, that's good. That's good. It doesn't have to be huge. No one's
No,
asking for it to be huge. I think it's great. I think it's great when it's a reasonable size. You can fit two figures on it. It's not going to take a ton of room on your shelf or hanging or however what you want to display it. It still is proportionate to the figures. It's still going to look great, and it's going to help
yeah,
keep the price point lower, right? Because
yeah,
it's less plastic. So it's all win-win.
yeah, a lot less plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Mhm.
there's some cool features too built into the like the 3D printed one, like the
Mhm.
VTOL functionality too. So I would suspect a classified series Rattler to have all of these features, and I'm sure more. I mean, geez, look what they did to the Hiss tank. So it's kind of crazy to
Oh
think
my
what they
god.
can do with
I
that.
know. You're gonna have to like rival that like, the Cobra, the shining Cobra logo with something else that's like really cool on the
Yeah,
Rattler.
totally. Yeah, there was also
Yeah.
yeah, I guess coming with the Rattler would be, something, we would get a Wild Weasel figure. And so this is a concept that Yojo ARH did. He's a G.I. Joe customizer. And so we look to the talented customizing community for inspiration. And this was kind of what he came up with his version of Wild Weasel, which pretty much looks like the vintage figure.
Yeah, I think Yojo RAH does such incredible customs. I love his work. We find ourselves constantly going back there for reference images. And this version of Wild Weasel that he did was great because we get to actually see him without his helmet. He has a really cool head sculpt. I think
Yes.
there's one where he had like some goggles on his head. But I love what he did with Wild Weasel, and it makes you so excited to get this really cool like blue plane with this bright red pilot. Just kind of that contrast in colors, and obviously the Cobra red that Weasel is. It just looks so cool riding in the cockpit. So that's one that I can't wait for.
Yes. Want to plus in the $2 super chat from none other than Daniel Heron. Yes, Zorana likes it huge. So of course you would probably like a Rattler that kind of rivals the size of the Dragonfly, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Daniel, love the Zorana humor. So anyway, the thing I like about the classified series is that like they're doing some really interesting things where in like the vintage line, for example, like Big Boa, we never saw what his face looks like until they tackled that
Yeah,
figure in the classified series. So
yeah.
I kind of like Yojo ARAH's concept where he makes the helmet removable and you can actually get to see
Mhm.
who the pilot is.
Yeah. I think he looks really cool. And
Yeah.
it's like that wouldn't have been the way I like pictured what Wild Weasel looks like, but I never had a
Yeah.
picture in my head. So
I didn't
it's like
either.
surprising, but it's like really cool. Like you're getting to see like Orko's face for the first time, right? Like it's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's revealed. There's a head, there's a person under there, under that helmet.
Oh,
It's
totally.
like Wild Weasel. You just think of his little weaselly helmeted shaped head.
Yes, this is totally related to vehicles and whatever, but I want to give a huge shout out to Daniel Heron for sending me my first ever GI Joe comic, which features the Rattler and the Sky Striker. So that was really fun to get that in the mail. I read it; it was a cool story, and we're actually
That's
going to be
awesome.
doing some fun stuff in the future with that new Kickstarter comic. So I'm super excited to get into that. But yeah, I don't like now I'm like, what are the voices of these, characters? It's like all I have is
Yeah.
the cartoon to go by. But yeah, I didn't have a picture of
I,
what this guy looked like anyway.
yeah. I was gonna say when you come visit, now I'm gonna have to take you to my favorite local comic shop because they have a lot of really great G.I. Joe back issues that you
Uh-oh.
probably enjoy.
This is a
And they have toys
slippery
there too.
slope.
So
Oh boy.
they
Okay,
do
all
have
right.
toys there.
I'm game. Like, I don't know if I can wait for the
Yeah.
Kickstarter to get some. Maybe I'll have to get some of the books to tide me over.
But
So
you know what it is though? There's nothing like having those original comic books in hand. The individual issues with the beautiful cover art that you can just flip, sit there and enjoy and like flip through and read the magazine and put it down instead of having a big chunky book. It's a
yeah,
different experience. It takes you back
that's
to
true.
childhood, when
That's
you used to sneak off to like 7-Eleven and get a snack and then go get a comic book and like go chill out in the park and read it. At least I used
Yeah.
to do that. So
Um, That's cool. Yeah, it's funny. Like when I was reading this, I was really taking my time and just looking over everything, and I realized like so I don't know how to read like some of the comic squares. Like, do I read them across? Do I read them up to down? Like, so it was kind of a learning experience for me too. I was like, what the heck? Okay, all right, the story makes sense this way.
yeah, and it's funny because there's some comics are just not consistent, and you just
Yeah,
kind of, I guess there's sort of a logic in the story where you kind of figure out which direction to go, and
yeah,
then it just makes sense to you. So.
yeah. So in our Instagram and YouTube community post, we were posting we wanted suggestions or what people thought like unlocks could be for uh, a HasLab Rattler. I wanted to bring up Ronin 8180's post again. And so I know that when we talk about vehicles, we like to see like the features and stuff like that. But I think for a vehicle like this, like the base like functionality of the Rattler should be present there in the first,
Mhm.
like it shouldn't be an unlock. Like we should not unlock the ability for the VTOL like wings, the wings to pivot up and do that. We shouldn't have a stationary Gatling gun. It should be rotating from the get-go. So like, and also
Yeah,
like
none of that stuff.
no, like the Rattler came with panels, like damaged and undamaged, like those should be included in the first package.
I think the only extra stuff should be, any extra accessories, obviously figure unlocks, maybe like, some parachute sets or something like that. But nothing that needs to be like actually attached to the plane. Like all of
Yeah,
that was part of the original vintage vehicle needs to be
yeah,
included. Like they
yeah,
don't have to put any of that behind the paywall. It just makes no sense.
yeah. And like given this was modeled after an actual like aviation plane, like you can't load this up with like loadouts and like they did with the his tank. Like it's it's conceivably not gonna fly if you do that.
I know it's gonna be like way down. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna have way too much
Yeah.
stuff on it. So yeah, we don't need that. I'd rather just have extra figures and maybe some like accompanying side accessories like they did with the actual Sky Striker. But obviously this will
Yeah.
be classified form, but maybe some little like fueling thing for it.
Oh yeah.
Obviously a little like some pit crew and some stuff like that would be really cool.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
In Ronan's digital render, he has a female gunner and also like a Baroness pilot. He was conceptually doing for like possible unlocks. And I actually think like when Hasbro or like when the Joe team puts a lot of figures in these HasLabs, it actually makes them like the price point more affordable because we're already spending 25 bucks a pop for a figure anyway. And so when you include like 3, 4, 5 figures plus a vehicle, it totally makes the price point palatable, unlike the million cup cantina, which is probably going to fund, by the way. I'm just saying.
Well, that's good news. If you're paying like like what is it like $10 a cup or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's totally worth it. And speaking of price point, what do you think the price point's going to be on this one?
I think it should be the same as the Dragonfly. Like, unfortunately, I hope they don't say like, "Oh, we had a successful HasLab. Let's raise the price for raising the price sake." So I feel like the his tank was reasonably priced. The Dragonfly was reasonably priced, and so should this one. What do you think?
$2.99.
$99.
I think it should be. Oh. $2.99. If they keep a 2 in the price, $2.99, $2.79, $2.59, whatever they want to do. Once they get over $300, I think that's when people start to get turned off and be like, why am I paying so much money for whatever X, Y, and Z? Like the cantina is $400 and $500. That's crazy.
That is nuts.
Crazy.
That's nuts. Yeah, there was I took some screenshots of some of the comments that were made on Instagram and our YouTube community page. So at Outland said removable engine covers, battle damage panels, blast effects for missiles and nose guns, VTOL effects, Wild Weezer. So Baroness has come up a lot in the comments. So I guess from the comic issue 34, some kind of ground crew, a stand, and LEDs. So like that would be an interesting like package. I would love some more figures. But I thought like it was a very thoughtful like way to package what a Rattler HasLab could be.
Yeah, I mean, I think the stand should just come as part of the base package because it is a plane after all, and you don't want to have to hang it, and it looks kind of lame if it's just sitting straight on your shelf. So you're going to want to lift it up in some manner to display it.
Yeah.
So I think the stand should just be included. Yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Lone Dragon, a stand is a must. Yeah, it makes it so much easier to display. When the Sky Striker came with a stand, it makes it so much easier to stick on a shelf because you don't have to worry about it like hitting anything, or you can actually put stuff under it too.
Yeah. Oh, I have mine like on a tilt on my shelf on the stand, and then a bunch of figures in front of it, and then the little pit crew and all that stuff. It's great. It's great.
That's really neat. It's kind of like doing a banking effect, which is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Comment from Bees Battlegrounds, who has a killer YouTube channel, super nice guy. He said, since the Dragonfly came with a stand and blast effects included in the initial offering, my guess would be figures. So like an air trooper. So the 25th anniversary line did a Cobra air trooper, which is cool. So this is kind of what maybe one classified series scale figure would look like. They're actually often taking a lot of inspiration from those like 25th, 35th, 50th anniversary figures that they made. So I could totally see them doing this. And did I forget? Do we have? Well, yeah, we have jetpacks from the other like the Steel Brigade Corps too. So they could totally use. Like,
Oh,
not that I
absolutely.
want them to, but
Absolutely.
they will. Um,
Aquarius man has given me and you both a thumbs up. That's great.
oh,
Good to see
I
you.
love it.
Yeah, I love that they take cues from the 25th and 50th anniversary figures. Obviously, those were the more highly articulated, more decoed out figures. They had a little bit more accoutrement on their outfits. And I think it's wonderful how they're translating that. And also what we love about the classic A Real American Hero O-ring figures into that 6-inch scale. So I can't
Yeah.
wait to see what's going to come with this, if this is indeed the HasLab, but we all think it is. And I just really want to see it come with some really cool figures. I'm fine with extra
Yeah.
accessories, but those could be like later unlocks. But let's just like not leave any cool characters on the table, right?
Yeah.
Because like I think we're all still hurting from not getting ketchup and mustard on our Sky Strikers.
Yeah.
That would still hurt. Damn it.
We have the Cobra ground crew, but no ketchup and mustard. Awesome.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's exactly right. I had to go and buy some other kind of like ground crew parachute figures. I forget which ones they were, but they're not ketchup and mustard color. But they look cool with my Sky Striker, but it still feels like I'm missing the hole. Right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Clint. Oops, I lost it. Oh, there we go. If they where did it go again?
Sorry.
Oh. If they did a classified Terradrome as a stretch goal, that would entice people to buy. Of course it will. you can actually 3D print that, and I'm very tempted to do that one too.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I can't imagine how big it is, but it was a pretty neat place it.
Very costly to 3D print though. So
oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, he was also saying Strato Viper, maybe the female. There is a female pilot for the Night Raven. So that's this cartoon image here. Strato Viper would be interesting because I don't see them making that as a mainline release, and I don't see them making the Night Raven as a classified series vehicle. I mean, they might surprise me, but that'd be cool if it came with more pilots, because how else are we going to get pilots built out in the line?
Yeah, I mean they did it with the Dragonfly, and so if it's like pilot themed figures, that'd be great. Bungee jumping Cobra Commander.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god.
Love it. So
great.
Interesting. Yeah, he also said some kind of mechanic and maybe a jet trooper of some type. So yeah, so maybe the air trooper would be that jet trooper, and then we can get some sort of ground, maybe some ground pit crew. When they take off those damage panels, they can start fixing it. John F. Carts, I have to say that slowly, and he says female pilot gunner figure. Strato Viper, yeah, because we got to have somebody to go inside of the gunner position. So that's a given. Ground crew with missile carrier, and of course Wild Weasel. Yeah, I like the missile carrier that they did for the Sky Striker. That one was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that, and the fuel cart, because it's got the little hose in it and everything, which is great. The little spot to plug it in, which is awesome.
Yeah. So that's cool. Interesting to see what preview night will bring for the HasLab.
Cobra Crew, hot mustard, and sriracha. I love that. Yep.
Yes, the female character was called Raven, and it's funny because she would be flying a Night Raven. So let's see how. I'd rather see a semi-dio setup Cobra control room with a base offering being pretty big room and a tier being figure and various accessories for world building. Interesting. So he's going the Cantina route for a HasLab, which I actually wouldn't mind. Like if it's contained to kind of like a control room and it's not like ever sprawling where it's like I don't really know where to put it, I'm fine with that. That'd be cool.
I mean, that would be cool. It's just, it's so different than what G.I. Joe is known for. They're known for their vehicles. The more we get for the figures, the better. I mean,
That's true.
yeah, yeah. The playset would be nice, but the Rattler is just such an iconic Cobra vehicle that it's like a must-have.
Yeah,
It's
it's a must-have, and then also just in this large scale, it's like you can't even miss it. I'm staring at my his tank right now, and it's like it's so freaking huge. It's so
I
big.
know, right? Plus, you need something for like the Dragonfly to like battle against in the sky. So that gives it to you right
With all faults, can I just get a cardboard floor? Question mark. Yes. Oh my gosh.
It should be hashtag cardboard floor, please.
I wonder if the Star Wars team who is fielding questions about the cantina is just going to have like a shirt that says "Do not ask me about a floor or the cups."
They had to make
I
a
would
big
totally,
deal about the cups. They brought that upon themselves. They
yeah.
really did.
Like why? I mean, I guess we nerd out on specific things, but like, why do they think cups would be fun to talk about? I don't know.
Cups are not cool. I mean, it's like fine, throw in a few accessories. They have something to hold on to, but like I don't even know how many cups does it come with. Like 40 years? I don't. It's some crazy, crazy amount of cups. Like, give us a few less cups and give us a damn floor or a roof. You know?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I definitely think the Fang is small enough to be a regular pulse release. To be honest, it's probably about the size of the HMS or whatever, or even like Serpentor's. It's probably got the same like footprint as Serpentor's Air Chariot too.
Yeah. Red Solo Cup should have been an unlock.
Oh my gosh, if they don't do a partnership with Solo Cups, that's totally a missed marketing opportunity. So,
oh my god, could you imagine like Cobra logoed? So, that's Star Wars. Star Wars inspired Solo Cups.
oh my gosh, so funny.
With a little cantina alien heads or something.
In a follow-up comment, he said, "You should guys put that on a t-shirt or wear it to SDC. Do not ask me about our cups." I should, you know what? I think I'm gonna make one.
You should. You should. Just for the day we like go visit the Star Wars booth.
Oh my gosh. That'd be so funny.
I'm trolling you.
Lone Dragon. Unlock should have been a B. Arthur figure. Nice.
There you go.
I just saw her at Target. I just saw that figure at Target, and it was like they're still out. Okay.
Yeah, I think I saw like Rose or Sophia the other day too.
Yeah.
What
Is anyone in the chat excited about a potential HasLab Rattler? I don't think we've asked this yet. But anyways, say yay or nay. If you say nay, what else would you like to see besides a classified series Terradrome, classified series USS Flag? That's gonna have to take up the like carport in the garage. And blessing in Daniel's $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Zarana has a nice cup set as well. I would love to see her cup set sometime, Daniel. If you would show that to me, that would be awesome. Or just send me a picture of all of the cups that she has. That would be awesome.
Did you know Zarana had a nice set of cups?
Yeah.
She did.
Let's see. We have a very enthusiastic. I don't know if this is replying to our comment, but sure. Jedi Ben wants a whale. A whale would be freaking cool. A whale would be huge. I'm okay with it. Classified series hovercraft whale, says Yojo OC. Lone Dragon Rattler this year, whale next year, please and thank you. Ooh, Carnage 717. Yes, I will buy multiples for customs. Clint with the unlocks. Third stretch goal should be the Defiant. I mean, seriously, come on now.
That's huge.
Ooh, this would be an awesome one from Michael Flores. If not the Rattler, I'd like a Cobra Hydrofoil, Night Raven. Yeah, so it's funny. Like, I think when like the Dragonfly came out, everybody was like, "Yeah." I'm like, I'm not feeling the excitement for a potential Rattler. I'm just saying, it's like everybody they're like, "Sure, but I want something else." Okay, So we'll see how this one goes.
I'm excited if that's what it's going to be. I think whatever it is, the vehicles in this line have been incredible so far.
Yeah.
And which, speaking of, I haven't even opened my ferret yet, but
I mean, either.
I think they have not disappointed as of yet. So
yeah,
if they do make a Rattler, I'm sure the thing's going to be incredible. And from what we saw on the unboxing video of the Dragonfly, I mean, that thing looks so great, and all the figures that it came with are incredible. I'm so excited for it. So I can only imagine, every single time they release a new HasLab, a new vehicle, the line just keeps getting better and better, more detailed, more thoughtful, I guess, in terms of bringing back that nostalgic homage to the originals. So I think we have nothing but great things to look forward to in this next HasLab.
Oh my gosh, totally. Yeah.
I'm trying to be the optimist.
That's good. So yeah, everybody is like, sure, I'll take it, but I want something else. So we'll see what happens. I think if they do reveal it and it is the Rattler, I think they'll, just given what they did with the Dragonfly and his tank, it's going to be stellar. And just to get like a perfect, pristine, like larger replica of the vintage design would be super cool.
Yeah, I don't have that vehicle. I've wanted it. I've bugged you a bunch of times in case you come across one. But if I get a classified one, that'll fill a hole, and I'll be totally happy with it. There it is. But you did help me fill a hole with the vintage Dragonfly, so I'm so happy about that. Thank you.
Yes,
I've been wanting that for a long time, but that thing's gorgeous.
I know. I know. I was happy with this purchase, and it's funny, like I have not tried to even retract the landing gear yet because I do not want it to snap.
To break. So, I don't blame you. I mean, that stuff gets fragile. That plastic is absolutely brittle, so be careful with it.
Awesome. Anything else to cover off of on the Rattler HasLab, Rattler HasLab?
No, I have nothing else. I was going to scratch a little bit of people's Motu itch and just kind of flash this little beauty that just came dawning my doorstep this afternoon. So we got a very cool Night Stalker. And the box is not as big as I thought it would be, which is pleasantly surprising. It's like kind of half the size as the box, and it looks gorgeous. Yeah,
that's very cool.
It's a thing of beauty. Can't wait to open it. And I'm putting Jitsu on mine. I don't care who's sitting in the horse on the box.
Yeah, you should put it.
Did you get yours yet, Michael?
No, it's still in transit. Stuff takes a long time, but I did get a very, very nice surprise in the mail from our very, very good friend, Jason Tran. So he works right across the street from the Mattel store in El Segundo, and he sent me the WWE Superstars Series 10 figures, which have the Big Boss Man and Kurt Angle. So I'm just going to show these off just for 1 second. It was super nice of Jason to do this for me. Big Boss Man is cool. He comes in his classic outfit with his shirt, and his shirt's removable, but I'm not taking it off because it looks super complicated to get on, and so I'm not going to take it off. But his cuffs hang on the back.
So classic. I really love that one. That's great.
Yeah, and they got to get some life out of that chonky buck too. So. But he looks cool. Unfortunately, he is not with us anymore.
Oh, poor guy. People have had their Night Stalkers for like the last 2 weeks, Clint. Just because we're showing it to you right now, we're probably like the last ones to get ours.
Yeah, we're usually the last people to get the stuff from Mattel Creations. But yeah, Big Boss Man looks classic. His shades come off. You can do a lot of stuff with his accessories and stuff, but the accessories I did take off of were the ones on Kurt Angle, because his gear is really easy for me to take off and get back on. But Kurt Angle,
I love that guy because he looks like an American Gladiator. I know he's not.
Oh my god, he totally does.
Kurt Angle. but he totally looks like Laser from American Gladiators, which was my favorite. No question why, because he was the hottest. And that's why I like that figure.
Nice. So, yeah, I thought they did a good job. He comes with like his Olympic gold medal, and his saying was he actually did win the gold medal with a broken freaking neck. So there's that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he then joined the WWE, and he was very known for just how cocky and pompous he was, and so he was kind of a heel character that people just love to hate and make fun of. So he was cool. Let's see. The last one is Tatanka, and I've seen. I don't think I've seen Kurt Angle wrestle in person, but I've seen the Big Boss Man and Tatanka wrestle in person. So very cool,
So cool.
design. Comes with like a squishy removable necklace and a tomahawk. Did a really nice paint job. His suede soft goods is so good. It's so freaking good.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, just look at
the really like intricate with those soft, aren't they?
Yeah, look at like the texture and everything. It actually feels like suede on here, and just like with all the tassels and stuff. And if anybody was to do a design like this, it would mean Mattel, because they've been making clothes for what, 50, whatever, 100 years or something like that. But yeah, I just wanted to thank Jason for sending that surprise, because these figures are really hard to get. But like sometimes my Walmart is actually good at stocking the WWE superstars, but it kind of throws me off for like when these things are supposed to be coming, like coming out. So like I don't even know when these are hitting.
There's no rhyme or reason. I haven't even seen the previous wave hit Walmart stores by me yet at all. I'm still looking for Ollie. I haven't even gotten him yet. So I'm like so behind, and I'm cherry picking the line anyway. But those look really great. I'm happy that you have them.
Gotta grab Tatanka. Oh my gosh, Tatanka was my character in the Royal Rumble for SNES. I love wrestling video games too. I only buy Bret Hart wrestling figures. Why is that, Clint? I still need a Roddy Piper, Andre the Giant, and a good Macho Man. Oh my gosh, same with my Walmart Frankie. Like my one has like a bajillion red pants Hogan's right now. None of the blue, because I think that's the Chase one. So all right. Anything else, Toy Sorceress?
No, I think that's it. I gotta eventually open these boxes, but it's been an awesome week of toy news. I can't wait for it's like every day is like Christmas. Oh, tomorrow morning, be sure to tune in, because it's week 3 of Target's Summer Geek Out. You never know what's going to hit that, and a little bit of time in the morning, but we'll be covering it the best we can. It hits so early, so that's a hard one.
It is a hard one. Yeah, we need to coordinate on that one. So.
I always find myself like waking up half asleep and then racing down the stairs like, oh shit. That was like last week.
Yeah. That was the week.
No. Yeah, 2 Bop Steady. I was like, oh my God. I gotta go take care of that.
And that stupid
I woke up in the morning and I looked at my phone and it was like, psh, my head blew. 2 Bop Steady's on Target Geek Out.
I know what? Already.
That's how I felt. What?
Yes. Well, awesome. So you I forget, like I'm still thinking like today is Friday because I don't have work tomorrow. So
I know.
I was like
tomorrow's another rough day for me.
I'm sorry. But I am looking forward to hosting Toy Hunters Hollow for dinner, and I wish it was under better circumstances because they're moving out of state. But anyways, we will hang out, and oh my gosh, you'll get to see my room. So it'll be the first toy tuber.
Oh my God.
To see my room.
That's so awesome. I haven't even gotten to see your room. I gotta make a trip up north.
You guys have to come and stay for a bit.
Yeah, we'd love to do that. We'd absolutely love to. Awesome. Well, we'll catch all you guys next week, and just be sure to stay tuned to toyhabits.com because we're constantly bringing you all of the toy news. You never know what's going to strike. So keep your eyes peeled.
Have a good night, y'all.
It's been fun. Bye.
Bye.